What is up, everybody? Hello. What's going on? I'm here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We have a few people on and many are overseas and they are waiting for the replay. So those of you who are checking in from the replay, what's up? I got my main gal, my right hand, Amanda, over there in the other room, but she's online as well. This is how we actually communicate when we want to have a heart-to-heart chat. I say, sweetheart, let's get on the webinar and have a real heart-to-heart, because technology is taking over the world, and getting live is just weird. So I wanted to start off with a song, even though my vocal cords are screwed right now. I just want to give you an idea of the level of how little of a shit I really give about how crappy my voice is. I wrote this song about the overview method, and it's a rap song about the overview method. And I perform it at most of the workshops when I can remember, when I'm not, so in a daze or in a glow when we finish it off. And it's called Change Your Story. And so I'd love to start with a little bit of a rap, if I may. So here we go. Here we go. Everybody, if you have matches or whatever, here we go. Check it. Woe is me is the story you keep telling. Your sad tale of victimhood is what you be selling. Abandonment, abuse. Daddy wasn't there. Look again from a different angle if you dare. You're never given a problem that you can't overcome. Adjustment in perspective and the issue is done. Ask a different question, a new answer will emerge. Question your beliefs and fulfillment's on the verge. What? And there's nothing more inspiring than your victimhood retiring. Skill acquiring to get your brain rewiring. And your suffering expiring. I don't have all the answers, I only have the questions, taking you from stress into a powerful perception. The only way to feel it is to think you're ready to grow. Trusting your beliefs and fulfillment's on the verge. Change your story, it'll change your life. You've got everything you need if you run it through the overview. Then you see that the heart doesn't have to bleed. And if you change your story, it'll change your life. You know that I tell the truth. Then the fog on your path will start to clear, and it will cure your blues. Following your dreams always comes at a cost. The path ain't easy, many times you'll feel lost. Pills don't teach skills, but good news you can redeem. Anger, grief, depression, feelings of low self-esteem. From your greatest problem comes your greatest victory, taking you from victim to an MVP. Take your story of suffering, run it through renewal, and your greatest challenge ends up becoming your fuel. What? And there's nothing more inspiring. What? Than your victimhood retiring. Skill acquiring to get your brain rewiring. And your suffering expiring. I don't have all the answers, I only have the questions, taking you from stress into a powerful perception. The only way to think is to pick your inner voice. Dancing through your fears, man, you gotta make a choice. Change your story, it'll change your life. You've got everything you need if you run it through the overview. Then you'll see that the heart doesn't have to bleed. And if you change your story, it'll change your life. You know that I tell the truth. Then the fog on your path will start to clear, and it will cure your blues. Change your story, what? Then your suffering expiring. Change your story, what? Daddy wasn't there, yo. Change your story, what? Change your story. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. All right, so welcome. Let's get started here and go into what the heck we're about to cover, and hopefully answer some questions and give you some insights about the overview method facilitators training. Welcome. You're in the right place. Check this out. You've done a few overviews, or you've done a one-on-one with myself or somebody else maybe, and have seen the transformational potential, and you want to delve deeper down the rabbit hole and master this tool. Let's face it, when you do this session one time, you have a mind-blowing experience and you're like, what the hell happened? I'd like to learn a little bit more. And that's normal. That's how I was. And I'm sitting here because of that same exact same thing. You're here, you're in the right place. If you want to learn how to become an effective facilitator so you can serve your friends and family and yourself. Like, how many of you, after you finished that session, you're like, holy crap, I need to help other people with this? Then you are exactly like me. I know the feeling. The second that I was complete the breakthrough experience with John DeMartini, I knew that I wanted to help transform others. That was about 13, 14 years ago. And here I am adapting his tool, his method, and taking it all over the world. And now, wow, here we are at Facilitators coming up in April. You're in the right place if you want ongoing personal and professional support from yours truly. I'm on my own path as well, and my life turns out has become my message. So everything that I teach is authentic because I'm living it myself. I go through the same struggles. Life is challenging. It's wise to learn tools, to invest in tools to help you bring chaos into order. My intention here is to push you beyond your comfort zone of growth and accountability, because that's the only way that I've ever grown, is by getting uncomfortable. So this is for those of you who are really ready to take the next level and get uncomfortable and grow to the next level. You can't do it without that growing pains, especially if you have a loving asshole like myself to push you and kick your ass to grow and to hold you accountable. Not coddle you, but give you proper support and challenge on that path. You're in the right place if you want to learn how to take people through, and eventually, if you love, to make money doing it. First as an additional income stream, eventually leading to a full-time consultant and coach. You might not be that person either, and this might be 3 to 4 to 5 years from now. You might not be ready, but if you're here and you're curious, well, then you're in the right place as well. So if you don't see it happening in your near horizon this year, maybe 3 to 5 years from now of just constantly applying the tools, doing the work, it's an exercise. It's like a yoga practice. The more you do it, the more flexible and resilient you become. So once you do it enough, the natural next evolution of leveling up in this is to become a leader. So here's what we're going to be covering by the end of this webinar. We're going to be talking about the Facilitators 3-day training outline. So what to expect in April, the requirements you'll need in order to be certified, what to expect, what's included, the costs, and the bonus at the end, we're going to give you a surprise gift from us to you for choosing to become a participant at our first annual certification program. I've got my main gal, Amanda, here, who's going to be answering your questions and going over the business details. I'm going to be talking about the vision, and it's all about delegation. So why the hell am I speaking to you? That's me and Lucy. So when you come to Vancouver, you're going to get to meet Lucy. That's one of the perks of coming and having some cuddle time with Lucy. That in itself is worth its weight in gold. But a little bit about me and why I'm here. I've been a practicing chiropractor for the past 15 years. Graduated in 2001 at chiropractic school, but in 2003, I attended my first breakthrough experience with John DeMartini. Had my first mind shift, mindgasm, whatever you want to call it, and I knew at that point that one day I wanted to take this work and help transform other people's lives with it. And I just remember that very weekend. Those of you who've had your overview experience one-on-one sessions or have gone to a workshop and you've had that transformational kind of awakening awareness, you will never forget it. It's been such a cool experience the last year traveling across the world and helping give those epiphanies to people. And now people are coming from all over the world to participate, which is really cool. Since then, I've done the refresher for a breakthrough experience 12 times. Why? It's the same material. People say, why? Why do you have to go back? It's the same stuff. Don't you already know? Haven't you learned it? Well, it's like an exercise. Yes, you know how to flex a bicep, but how often do we sit down and do the work? And just being around the instructor, being around that energy, that networking, it's huge. Then I attended the DeMartini Facilitator program in 2006, where I learned the nuances of helping people reduce their emotional charges. And I learned from the master himself. And every time I would go to do refreshers, I would participate in the facilitator. So I'd be listening. I would be going to the breakthrough experience after a while. I knew the material. I was just watching John and how he did it. I would look and see what I liked, what I didn't like, the things that I thought that I could do in a more refined way, and things that he did. It was a really cool experience, just sitting at his feet and just watching the master at play, and seeing after 2014, I realized, oh my God, I can do this. And there's a level of certainty and a level of facilitatorship that I felt I could add in addition to what I was learning. I attended Prophecy 1, which is a 7-day seminar with John DeMartini, which helps you uncover the mysteries of all 7 areas of life: spiritual, mental, career, financial, social, family, and physical. How to master all of those areas of life. Highly recommend you do that at some point in your life. Then in 2014 in Sydney, Australia, I attended Prophecy 2, which was exploring the mysteries of the mind-body connection. After that, I had an epiphany that I was gonna create my own tool called the Overview Method. And I've been working hard at it ever since 2014. From Dr. James Chestnut, I did my certification in stress and lifestyle science in 2012, which is a 5-module weekend, traveling to Montreal and learning the tools and how to help people, change their lifestyle, the behavioral adaptations, the stress and lifestyle sciences, nutrition, exercise science, all of that stuff. So that really, basically, I wanted to master this thing called stress and how to help people become healthy from the inside out. And of course, as you know, many of you know, I am a chiropractor, practicing chiropractor. Canadian Memorial Chiropractic School in Toronto, Ontario. Graduated in 2001. So that's a 4-year training. And after 3 years of University of British Columbia School of Human Kinetics, 1994, 1997. So when you tally up all of those hours, all of those travel miles, all of those hotel bills, meals, flights, everything, in total, I calculated this last night, and I was like, woo, it was a whopping $190,000 investment into my mind, into my education, into my intellect, into human behavior, into helping people find tools to heal. This isn't including the books that I've read and the hours upon hours of working with patients with chiropractic issues, with spinal related issues, emotional issues. So I've really, as you can see, I've gone all in and I've dedicated my life to this. This is basically why I'm here. And this hasn't, when people look at seminar fees and stuff, they go, whoa, why is it so much? This is nothing compared to what it takes to get to that level of mastery. So if you would love to get to that point where you are doing amazing things and you're making a global impact, it's not just without hard work and patience. And this is what I really wanted to impress upon you, all of that. So that's why I'm here. And this is a picture I like to use as an example. As I did that this past year, I took off from my practice and I traveled the world to share my message. And as you can see, it was pretty well received in most areas, most parts of the world. This is in Spain, speaking to a group of chiropractors. Everywhere has kindly invited me back to throw down my rap. I don't know if it's because of my rap songs or because of the shoes that I wear, or I don't know what it is that gets people excited. But just a side note for those of you who participated in the overview, at this exact moment of elation, my depression was the realization that a week prior to that, I had just received an email saying that my practice was not going to be sold, that I'd have to come back. And my associates had taken all the patient files and moved 3 kilometers down the street. So it's not all roses. I just wanted to tell you, this is the shit sandwich that I have to eat and suffer in order to earn the right to get to where I am. And so this moment is a pivotal moment for me, because it's the elation that I'm feeling at this moment is balanced out by the depression of the realization that I have to start all over again in my perception. So important to impress that upon you as well. And so this is basically the overview. As you guys know, overview is a term that the astronauts would experience when they would leave planet Earth and they'd come down and they'd look at the entirety, this big picture effect, big picture phenomenon, and they would have a transformation. And so that's how you feel when you participate in the overview method. Overview basically means consciousness. So it's this is basically you're in the right place if you're working towards becoming more and more conscious. So Facilitators training program. You get to come to beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Look how beautiful that city is. That is, it's probably, I've been all over the world. You won't find a more beautiful town. You get to come and be hosted in my town for 3 days, April 22nd to 24th. And it's basically, it's 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. each day. Day one, basically, we go into overview method rationale. Most of you, every one of you have gone through it before, so you will understand the why behind every step. We're going to be talking research to validate why each step is important. As much as I can find it, I'm in a hunt to help validate things. Why? Because the more certainty you have behind the rationale with each question, the more of an impact you're going to have. This is a certainty game. Especially with somebody who's suffering, who's going through a difficult time, your certainty needs to exceed your client or your friend or your child or whoever's there. Your certainty needs to exceed their doubt. So with that research, you're going to gain more certainty. We're going to work on tips, tricks, and suggestions to help break through resistance every step along the way. I've done hundreds along the way, so I know exactly what the main resistances are with each step. We're going to do partner work and practicing on each other. We're going to practice each and every step. What were the pitfalls? What were the challenges? How we can get around them? And we're going to team up with a buddy, and you'll complete each other's overview with each other. So that's the exciting part. Day two is when we actually go into the first part is dark passenger work. We're going to own some major traits with each other. But basically, by the end of the weekend, you're going to love the shit out of your darkness. I know many of you have been working on it. Many of you, it's an ongoing thing where you're going to have to face your dark passenger each day. But we're going to do heavy-duty dark passenger work so that you can consistently use this tool whenever Nick shows up. You go, there's a little sign that I need to get to work, and that's a beautiful thing. We're going to do group mini overviews on the most common complaints. So in day two, we're going to do money. We're going to do uncertainty in transition, identity crisis, stuff like that. I'm going through an identity crisis myself. This is the work that I'm doing currently. In fact, when this webinar is done, that's my goal for Self-Care Sunday, is to do an overview on my uncertainty and identity crisis. Unworthiness, procrastination, health problems, weight and body issues, lack of purpose, self-esteem, breakups, rejection, anxiety, etc. Any negative emotion. When you have clients coming to you, these are the main things you're going to see. So might as well be prepared for them, and we're going to have group discussions on all of those, group mini overviews, discussions, that kind of thing. We're going to do partner work in owning traits and leveling up ourselves so that we can help our clients. And of course, on day two, we're going to have a dinner party at my parents' place. So they're pretty stoked about this. We're going to have some Persian food. You're going to come and meet them, and basically it's like becoming part of my family. It's as authentic as it gets to be a part of my life, and the gratitude that I feel that you guys are joining me on this journey. So we're going to have a nice little dinner at my folks' place. And day three is basically a live group overview as a team that Amanda will be kind of facilitating, but she's going to be, calling people up and help. We're going to just blast that person who's sitting at the front. It'll be a group thing, group discussion afterwards. And afterwards, there'll be a Q&A and how to overcome difficult cases. We will have, depending on time, I'll show, some recordings of some really shitty, difficult clients. I don't mean shitty clients. No, there's clients that aren't that shitty. They can be, but they can be very difficult and resistant. So I'm going to show you how how I also can fall on my face, and how I kind of back in and out and find a way through. So we're going to have a discussion on that, and more discussions on getting to zero, all of the tips and tricks on doing that. And so the certifications that to be required, I'm going to pass on to Amanda to talk a little bit about, you know, what it's going to take to become certified.
All right, can everybody hear me okay? You might want to mute your microphone.
Okay, let me just do that. Give me 1 second here.
Since we are in the same building, we can hear each other. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I will need to still see the slide if you can make that happen. There we go. All right. So basically, the qualification and requirements to becoming certified is something that we have given a lot of thought to, and clearly is something that will probably take about 12 months, unless you're George and you can do it in the fast track way that he's been starting. But basically, here we go. So you'll need to have a minimum of 1 private session or one-on-one with Nima, which we're pretty sure most of you have done. If you haven't, but you've attended a bunch of workshops or you've attended a variety of different things and you think you might actually still qualify in that way, that's fine. Just let us know, and there's some flexibility here. You have to have watched all of the episodes of the Ask Dr. Nima show for exposure to the case studies and the foundational principles. I mean, at this time, we're planning to continue with the show, and we find it very powerful in watching other people, of course, go through the overview. So there's tremendous value in watching the episodes. If you have not done so already, you can find them on the website. Just click on the Ask Dr. Nima show tab on the top, and it'll bring you right down to all of the episodes. You have to have participated in the 2-day overview experience, ideally before attending the event. And the only exception to that would be if you've actually done a breakthrough before, then we can kind of bend the rules on that one there. You have to have done 30 case studies taken 30 people and done 30 case studies through an overview. And 3 of them will want to be live, either one-on-one or a 3-way on Skype that Nima will participate in with you and help you if you need it, or just kind of be a live observer to watch you take someone through the process with feedback, with feedback on the fly and also after. And then also attend a breakthrough experience with Dr. Demartini within 12 months if you haven't done so already. And so you've got an idea there. We've given, sort of a rough estimate of what some of the costs will be on that, just so you have a heads up. If you haven't done a session with Nima already, you're looking at $12.95. And at this time, a breakthrough with John is about $1,800. So there you have it. I'll pass it back to you to go over the books, Nima.
All right, here we go. So yes, more questions. You can ask questions as we go. So how to become, it's my job to make sure that you guys are prepared for life, really. Like, this certification is more, I've been certified with John Demartini, and it's a phenomenal program. It's just, he gives it to you, and then there you go, you're on your own, fend for yourself type of thing. So what I'm doing is, when Amanda and I sat down to talk about it, we were like, okay, so how can we make sure that these people feel supported, make sure that they're part of a team, part of a family. And so this is my commitment to you, is to give you guys the tools and to be there to support and challenge you in your own growth. Really, these I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but some required reading over a 12-month period. This is John Demartini, How to Help Make One Hell of a Profit and Still Get to Heaven. This will help you with your finances. This will help you tie the spirit and matter together, because we have this kind of delusion that, if I'm doing good work, then I shouldn't be making good money out of it. And so this will help dissolve that kind of, it'll bridge the gap between, helping serve and making a difference on the planet, yet still materially, having abundance as well. The next book that I'm going to recommend is The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. This is basically another student of John Demartini's, Debbie Ford, and she basically is talking about the shadow or the dark passenger. Shadow or the dark passenger. So this is The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. She's talking about how to love your shadow. Next one is Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl, very short book, a requirement. It's phenomenal. It's a story of a psychiatrist who went to Auschwitz concentration camp. He survived, but he lost his wife and kids, but he wrote a book through that. And so if this guy can go through this, then your money problems or your relationship issues or breakup issues don't seem as huge, and you'll be able to get some perspective. Next one is Molecules of Emotion by Candace Pert, who's the scientist who discovered the opiate receptor. She talks about what happens when we feel things. So when we do the part in the overview method, when we depolarize the feelings, when we go to a scene, a trauma scene, and we bring up the feelings of abandonment, and then you see where you had support. You bring up the feelings of rejection, and you see how you had embracing. And this is a great book that helps you identify how the brain-body connection actually works, and how your feelings, how your thoughts can create feelings. And so it's pretty crazy. It's the science behind mind-body medicine. And Gabor Mate, the next one, When the Body Says No, the Cost of Hidden Stress. So he basically talks about how all these disorders that he saw in his practice all come with a story of suffering. So when you're working with one-on-one people, with people one-on-one, and they say, I had, you know, this disorder, one of the questions I always ask is, what was going on in your life at the time these symptoms started presenting themselves? And there's always death of the family, breakup, that kind of thing. I worked on a case last night who a gal who's been having all sorts of crazy neurological conditions. And when did it begin? Oh, about soon after my boyfriend betrayed me. Then days later, my father died. And so you don't think that her health problem, and they can't figure out what the hell's going on. No scan, no blood test figures it out. So what do you think it is? And so Gabor Mate talks about how it's all kind of related. Of course, Brene Brown, Rising Strong. Many of you have read these books. Fantastic. These are the ones that I recommend you read. Basically one a month. Really, there's 12. So I'm running. This is basically the reckoning, the rumble, the revolution. Many of the, after I read Rising Strong, is like, holy crap, you have a deeper appreciation for overview. She's right on the money with challenging your beliefs and understanding the interpretations of what things are. The shitty first draft is what I got from this book. And but of course she's lacking the whole duality concept, but she's freaking right on the money. I'm a huge Brene Brown fan. And this one here is probably the book that you guys will want to begin with. Get it right away. I'm actually, you know, chapter 9 of 11 of it right now. Kelly McGonigal, she has a TED Talk that we're going to be recommending as well at the end. These TED Talks for you guys to really fill your brain up with certainty. So the upside of stress. This is research. Basically, she's overviewing stress, that it's not stress that kills you, but your perception that stress kills you that makes it worse. And so she helps you reframe stress, and she has a lot of research on chapters of connecting to your values and everything like that. So this to help give you certainty. And this one here is beautiful. The Upside of Your Dark Side, why being your whole self, not just your good self, drives success and fulfillment. What are they saying? Your dark passenger. Basically, why your dark passenger is necessary, essentially. So this is research from these PhDs who are researchers, basically, on psychology. They talk about the upside of your dark passenger. And of course, many of you have read this. I know, Anthony, you're a big fan of these guys. The One Thing. And this book pretty much talks about how multitasking is bullshit. It's all about focusing on that, and the whole concept of balance being a myth. It's all about focusing on the one thing you know that's going to get you massive results. So focusing on that thing. And another one that I recommend, So Good They Can't Ignore You, Why Skills Trump Passion in the Quest for Work You Love. Kevin, when I've been reading this, I can't help. By the way, you don't have to read this. I'm lazy sometimes too, so get audiobooks. You can get all of these on audiobook. That's all I do. I walk Lucy, and I, you know, constantly filling my brain with this stuff. I don't really watch TV. I just fill my brain up with this stuff and take notes. This basically talks about those of you who want to leave what you're doing and follow your passion. You might be jumping the gun. There is some research. These guys are no nonsense, no fluff. Talk about how honing your craft and getting work capital first before you make the jump to following, you know, the work you love is wise. You'd be way more productive. So it teaches you the practicality of transforming what you do into what you love. This is the key. And one of the key things that they say that I really resonate with, that you guys will love, is that you can't really, this whole concept of finding your bliss, finding your passion, finding your mission doesn't happen till much later, after you've been really honing your craft and doing what you really are good at, getting really, really good at your skill. And mission and vision and purpose come while you've been doing that for a while. So it doesn't just come to you, it comes to you while you're honing your craft. So the other one here, it's called conscious capitalism. The most important thing of growing people, really making, these guys are the ones who that started Whole Foods Market. And so the heroic spirit of business, so making conscious capitalism. This is a very important book that I recommend. And of course, The Mind-Body Prescription by John Sarno, who basically shows people that the pain that they have, he's a doctor in New York, that shows people that pain is basically a distraction, or anxiety is a distraction for the rage and resentment. And so this teaches you about that. And of course, he doesn't have a tool like Overview to help people dissolve their resentment. That he usually recommends psychotherapy for those people with, you know, pain syndromes and long-standing health problems. It's really about repression of rage and stuff like that. So this is a beautiful book for that. And of course, Byron Katie, one of the inspirations for the Overview method, Loving What Is. She's got 4 questions. The 4 questions she asks is it true? Can you confirm it to be true? How do you feel when you think the thought? And turning it around. So those are the 4 things you learn, and a lot of the Overview is based on a lot of what she had said. So I'm handing it back off to Amanda.
Hopefully everybody can hear me. So basically, we're going to go through some of the certified facilitator support and benefits. So this is basically what you can expect from us in supporting you in this journey to become a certified facilitator of the Overview method. At this time, we will be offering a 1-hour phone call with Nima each month, and that's for every single person who becomes certified as an ongoing support. It's going to be probably about it's going to be about an hour, but it's something where you can do overview work, or you can just work on questions together, ask different tips, and deal with personal stuff if you need to. So that's obviously a tremendous value for all of our facilitators.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just mute my...
Okay. Holding, everybody holding. Sorry, I don't have a rap to entertain you while we're waiting. I apologize. Okay. So in addition to the 1-hour phone call, we're also going to be creating a private Facebook group just for the certified facilitators, so that we can, obviously have an online support system for everybody. We'll be doing a monthly Q&A webinar with Nima. When we do these webinars, we're going to be asking that you send in some of your questions, or actually like things that you're stuck on, or case studies questions ahead of time, so we can make sure to address them on the webinar. And we're going to make sure that everyone has an overview buddy, and we'll be assigning you with weekly accountability exercises to do with your overview buddy. Ideally, you'll probably discover who that's going to be when you come to the facilitator trainers. As well, we're going to be offering a 20% discount on all overview products. There will be some restrictions, but at this time, we anticipate that being one-on-ones and workshops for sure, and potentially some other products that we're going to be coming out with. And, oh, this is awesome. So I've been working with Stephen diligently as we've been building the Overview Method online course, or the home study course as we've been calling it. And it's almost time to be launched, and we've decided to just give that to you guys as a part of your facilitators training, so that you have the ability to at any time, keep studying and practicing the Overview Method by watching the Overview Method online and following the steps if you ever get stuck. So that I'm stoked I was able to convince Nima to give you for free. And of course, we're going to promote you on our website and all of our social media outlets. I'm actually planning to build a custom website as well, where we can feature and focus on all of our trainers to help you build your business. There are going to be a few different levels that you can achieve as a facilitator. So level 1 is basically if you're certified in only the Overview Method, and you'll only be authorized to do one-on-one sessions. So this is basically our basic level, level 1, and the pay scale guidelines, basically meaning how much you'll be able to charge your clients per session, will range from $195 to $295 per session, and we'll be there to help consult with you and help you decide, what price points you want to start at and how you want to, increase your price gradually over time, and we'll be able to help you with that. Then we also have a level 2, also certified as an overview method facilitator, in addition to maybe another complementary modality ranging from holistic to mainstream. So George, for example, is a chiropractor. You might also be a yoga instructor or a birthing coach or trained in emotional freedom technique or a breakthrough facilitator. So there's a lot of flexibility with what modality that might be. And again, we can help you customize that. The pay scale guidelines for that, what you can charge your clients will be between $295 and $495 per session. Again, keeping to the standard allowance with your clients of a 2-hour session time. And then level 3 is if you're certified in OM as well as other complementary modalities, just like level 2, and have also attended Dr. D's training, facilitators training. So we give a lot of thought to this level because we realize there's a few of us that are on the team already who, as a result of having gone to trainers with John, were able to pick up the overview method really, really quickly from understanding and having studied the science and the principles intensely at a training program. And as a result of that, and attending that, you'll be able to have your pay scale guideline between $495 and $795. Again, keeping your session time under about 2 hours. That might seem like a big deal to a lot of you, but those of us that have, like I said, come on board, Jason, myself, Steven, Robin, a variety of us that were able to pick it up really quickly and really have the ability to be really effective and efficient with our clients, have really genuinely done so because of that background. So if you have any more questions about that, you can obviously let me know anytime. So there are 2 types of practitioners. It is our #1 priority to assist all our facilitators in creating success, of course, both emotional and financial in your career. So no matter whether it's going to be a full-time thing for you or a part-time thing for you, we're going to work with you case by case at incorporating OM into your career. What that means is basically if you have a complementary modality and you want to work it in, like Eilina, for example, who's a yoga instructor, let's say you want to find a way to incorporate yoga with the overview method, we'll work with you and give you suggestions on how to do that. And at this time, we're building web and promo support for 2 different types of practitioners. One is what we call the we do everything. That means is that you'll be listed on our website, and we will be doing all of the promo work for you, including managing your schedule and your bookings. So pretty much you just show up for your sessions and we do the rest. This package is best for people who have little or no experience doing marketing. Maybe they don't have a client base to reach out to. Maybe you're still in school. Maybe the tech side of things just isn't your thing and you just want to see your clients and not do anything else. I like this to thinking about an artist. Artists are best left to just work on their art and then delegate the management side to everybody else, kind of like somebody else we know, Nima. So this package is built for you. And it's a concept that I'm pretty stoked about because I'm pretty sure there is no other emotional modality or even any other healing modality where they have trainers where this kind of a platform is available to help them in their financial career. And then the second option is for those of you that maybe do already have a client base or are really good at marketing and promo and want to have more of a hands-on with what you're doing. And this package is going to include also still being listed on the website, but your personal information will be there as opposed to us doing the bookings for you. That particular package is going to cost it's sort of licensing of $300 a month. And I forgot to mention with the first type, it's going to be, we will be collecting $100 from every session that you work with a client on, and that's basically what it will cost to have us take care of all the other stuff for you. So there's 2 basic options, and we've given a lot of thought, and at this time we can really only see there being 2 different possibilities as a practitioner, and you will be asked to choose one or the other. What's next? Okay, so big question. Everybody always wants to know when they're making an investment in themselves and their future, what sort of return on investment can I expect? Clearly at this time, we can't guarantee anything except that we're continuing to grow the brand and global outreach, which in turn will benefit the facilitators tremendously, of course. And for those of you that have been around for a while, you've seen the growth happen in the last, hopefully 2 years or so, depending on how long you've been participating. And that we are busting our butts to continue making sure that growth is gigantic. So this process with us is going to require your patience and understanding because we're going to be refining things as we go. There is no program like this anywhere as we continue to develop for our facilitators and creating a win-win. So right now, our early bird, which is going to end on February 29th, is going to be Canadian dollars $25.95. And then if you aren't able to sign up before the 29th, it will then be $28.95 Canadian. After giving this a lot of thought, we've decided to limit to only 10 people who are coming with the intention to get certified as a career or in addition to their career, and then open it up to 5 people who just want to learn for personal and professional mastery. So I can remember when I went to my facilitators training with John, I wasn't even 100% sure if I wanted to become a facilitator and actually work that into my career, but I really, really wanted to be able to do the method in my life with my friends and family at any given time. So that's kind of how I made my decision. But we really would like to spend a lot of time working with those of you who want to make money with this opportunity. And that's my commitment for sure, is to help you build your business. And we feel at this time we can efficiently do that for no more than 15 people. Okay, now, are you guys ready for this? This is my favorite part. We have an amazing, inspiring, super exciting, fun, I'm obviously infatuated with this gift for you. We have actually sat down with our personal photographers and have arranged, as a part of your facilitators training, a professional photo shoot when you come. So this is an example of the work. Basically, what you're going to get is a pre-shoot consultation. So the photographers will communicate with you about your goals and desires with your photo shoot. Clearly, hair and makeup, probably more for the women than the men, but that's all good. You'll obviously get the photo shoot as well. You will walk away with 2 digital photos. The idea is, of course, one will be a beautiful headshot that you can use professionally. The other can also be a headshot, but it could be something else, and that's something you'll go over with them during the pre-shoot consultation. You'll also get a before picture, which is something that I'm super excited about, because we're going to shoot this the day that you arrive. So we're also, not only are we going to have a really cool before and after shot, but we're going to have a before shot that reflects what you were looking like and what state you were in before the weekend. So we can actually see sort of the metamorphosis happen through the 3-day process at Facilitators. And then they also gift you as well a video music slideshow of your shoot, which I have a copy of mine, so I can send you guys to see. Like, I'll be posting it on my Facebook shortly, so you can kind of see what you'll walk away with as well. So pretty much we are stoked. This is about a $560 value when you hire these photographers to do this for you. And it's our gift and our investment in you for coming and jumping on the boat and joining us on this adventure. Back to you.
Oh, we're back. All right. So you might, there's a few reasons why you guys might be considering attending. You're just kind of like curious. But you know, if you wanted to delve deeper into growing yourself with a group of conscious seeking, like-minded individuals, you want to also level up in your emotional intelligence, service to others, and mastery in all areas of your life. Or perhaps you want to become a better communicator and leader. Or you might even want to expand possibilities in your career and make additional money, or increase your value to others in your current career. Or if you want ongoing support and an ass kicking while providing the same with a young, developing, and growing global family. I will, you know, this is the thing, is once you are a facilitator, you are not deserted. You are not to be felt like you're deserted. You will be, I'm sit down and say, what is it that you love to create? And I'm going to help you carve a path to getting what you would love. And the way that I can guarantee that you guys would stay loyal and faithful and committed to expanding overview is by me finding out exactly who you are, what you would love to create, and help you get there. As I'm living my dream, as I'm going through the eating the shit sandwiches that it takes to really live what you're here to do, live your purpose, and to obey your calling. I want to help you do the same, and I'm on that journey, and this is what you're going to be getting. It's not just a seminar that you're coming into. So something that a lot of people would have been looking for, I understand, and people have been asking, but we only have it. There's just one of me, 2 of us, so we're only going to be able to limit it to a certain number of people. You might be considering, if you want to master how to dance like there's a million people watching and judging you, but you don't give a shit. Or rapping if you want, even with a bad voice and a hoarse voice, you still would like to rap like you don't give a shit as well. So those are the possibilities. And so here's what you can do next. Here's what to do next. You want to message Amanda on Facebook or email amanda@drnima.com to have a conversation as soon as possible. Tonight, right now, as you put the phone down or you put the webinar down, reach out to her, Skype, phone. We're going to discuss if you're qualified and how you intend on participating. Only then can you register. We've had a couple people register already. We have several people who are chomping at the bit. The problem is we have to refund those people because we've made a kind of a change in the way that we're taking that in. Amanda will explain all of that. But please reach out to Amanda and talk to her and say, Amanda, I'm ready. What's it going to take? This is what I want to do. And she'll get you all set up and registered so you can be one of the 10 to 15 in our first ever annual certification program in Vancouver. Just wanted to as well leave you before we do our Q&A. Just a little reminder of where you are and why you're here. And so this facilitator program had this in mind, that each one of us are floating on a speck of stardust, and we want to make the greatest possible time on planet Earth. And what I've discovered from my own struggles and research is that we can only get to where we want to go by helping others get to where they want to go. So I intend on finding out, making you part of the family, making you part of my family, which has growing pains, which has pleasure and pain. Just look at your family. We're going to like each other. We're going to dislike each other. We're going to attraction and repulsion. It's already been going on, brothers and sisters, like brothers and sisters that we are. I have every intention on figuring out what it is that you guys would love to do. And my job is to help you get there, because I know that just like in your case, if you can help more people get to where they want to go in life, then you'll go wherever you want to go. So this is a little check-in, gut check time. If you want to level up and you feel that you're ready, please go ahead and do so. By the way, Amanda, can you tell them about, we're heading to Spain tomorrow for the overview experience. I know some of you are going to be there, the overview experience in Barcelona. And so for that time frame, I'm offering a 2-for-1 special. If you message Amanda right now for consults, there's stuff that's been on your mind that you want my help with, you want to get to the root of it, I'm offering a 2-for-1 special for one-on-one consults, especially if you haven't done one yet and you're really gunning to get going and be a part of this, a 2-for-1, and let us know. So I'm just going to shut this little screen sharing thing off and see, yes. So are there any questions? There are 16 of you on, and many of you will be watching on replay. Hopefully that answered some of it. I know you got to understand we're going to have a lot of this growing pains happening. So this will be a refinement. This will be getting your feedback. Your patience will be appreciated. This is basically something I did not expect. And if it wasn't for Amanda being here, thank you, Amanda. If it wasn't for Amanda being there to help me bring this vision to life, it wouldn't be happening. So I'm grateful that the providence, whatever, has opened up the path to make this happen so quickly. I know some of you have been waiting for a long time. Well, sorry, I've been busy at the clinic a little bit, trying to keep things going. And so here we are now with a huge opportunity. Are there any questions that we have that I could perhaps help you with, or Amanda? Please let me know. Yes. What's the opportunity to come as a facilitator at your overview experience? Yeah, well, that's a good question. We haven't really delved into that, but I imagine and assume that, like, I'll tell you what I've done. I can only say, yeah, Eilina, it's been waiting a while. Yeah, Eilina calls me like weekly. Goes, how about this facilitator thing? Okay, Eilina, I know, I get it. I love you, sis. We're getting there. Do you want to go adjust my patience for me? Opportunity to come as a facilitator at your overview experiences. Now, what I look at, I've been a facilitator at John DeMartini's overview experiences many, many times. And what happens is you get to come for free and help other people through, or you're coming as a refresher and participating, and then you kind of jump on board. So if we call you and say, hey, Lori, you know, I'm in Detroit, we're short facilitators, can you get your butt down there? You would basically be responsible for coming down there. You know, we have a short, kind of like a small knit group of facilitators. And if you want to be one of those people, then I'd like to see you showing up and volunteering your time. And yeah, you can work your way up. But what we're very clear on is that when we see or perceive entitlement, it's part of my dark passenger. It's part of my shadow that I haven't yet loved. So if I see that shit in you, we're basically gonna say, that's not the way that we want to have it. Yeah. The surprise visit of Stephen in Montreal, absolutely. Showing up and serving. That's basically what he did. My facilitators so far at this time have not been paid. They don't get paid. Amanda does not get paid to facilitate. Right now we're in the infancy. So all of the costs going out to develop this thing, I'm putting back, every dollar is putting back into the business. We're gonna start a new round of Ask Dr. Nima shows to help promote the overview method, to help funnel people and get exposure so that facilitators go. So you're gonna be, yeah, I'm a facilitator of that and I can help take you guys through. So for now, it would be a case by case facilitating. We would have to say, Lori, come on and join us. But that's a very good question, and I would love it, you know, to be able to come to Montreal regularly. I love Montreal, so we have a nice little home base going on there, thanks to George. But as it grows to 20, 30, 40, 50 people, well, we're gonna freaking need you. And we're gonna say, Lori, get your butt over here. And each time you practice, you get better and better. And the cool part about it is when you leave, you're a facilitator, you're kind of a licensed facilitator, you now have clients. The benefit of it is you now have clients that you can connect with at the seminar, and so it'll help build your business. So we're trying to create a win-win. The only way that we can win in overview is by enabling and allowing you guys to win. And this is the other programs that I've been a part of that wasn't. It was mainly you're going to have to fend for yourself. But we're trying to create a family dynamic here. What's the best preparation I can do other than overview before the program? Read those books and overview the shit out of yourself, Anthony. You know, like, it's like working out. Empower all 7 areas. Empower all 7 areas of your life. And by the way, just ask Amanda. This is constant work. I was having breakfast with her today. I'm like, okay, so today I'm going to be doing an overview, owning so-and-so traits. I'm going to be working on that and this. Use your stresses as feedback. I want you to shift that perception. Stress, which you'll read when you read Kelly McGonigal's book. Stress is not a bad thing. It helps you level up. The pain of leveling up. That's really what's the important thing is I use my pains in my current reality to point me in the direction of what I would love to work on. And so it sometimes feels like an uphill battle, but there's nothing more rewarding. So best preparation is read those books, get started, and start taking people through. Anthony, start taking people through and document, and Amanda will let you know, document all of your overviews with people. We're gonna provide a signature, get Amanda to send you the release forms whenever you're working with people so that they know this is just a personal development exercise you're working on. You're not treating diseases or disorders or anything like that, but get started in helping other people get through that. What is the best way to pick an overview buddy? By looks alone. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? You'll know. You'll know. This is the thing, is talk to a few people. Ask us, because I know most of you in the group. I've crossed paths. So somebody who's been on your level of work and expertise. George, I think Ilena and you would be great overview buddies on a regular basis, working with each other. Reaching out in the group is a good one. What info do you need from us to get us registered for the training? Let's see. What info do you need from us to get us registered for the training? Talk to Amanda. Set up that session with Amanda. and she was going to want to know in what capacity you would like to serve. You just want to come and learn as a personal development and mastery, or do you want to put a pedal to the metal and become licensed, certified, so that you can help make a career out of this, or just let Amanda know. So Amanda, will you write details of the 2 tiers of, oh yes, yeah, Dimitra, oh, Dimitra, is that? D, Dimitra, yes, okay. So yeah, talk to Amanda. When you guys have that conversation, message her right now so that she's got something set up, and we're gonna be in Spain all week. So having these consults, or if you haven't had a one-on-one yet, now is the time. I'm giving a 2-for-1. So talk to Amanda so she can get that set up. And D, yes. Yes, Anthony, nice, cool. Tabarnak. Well, I shouldn't have said that, that's French. Any other questions? Has this been fun? Has this been useful? Has it been useful? 2 of you, 1 of you? There's 14 of you. Hello, what's up? So many of you are from all over the world. Those of you who are in Australia, g'day. You haven't had a full day, a 2-day training. We intend, and we're in the works of getting our butts over to Australia in September. So it's all happening. So here we go. Scary and useful. This has been fun. Has it, Eilina? Has this journey it's just been fun. It's just been shits and giggles. Has it nothing but just rosy, huh? It's been great, huh, Eilina? I love you, sis. I gotta tell you, I love you so much. And Jean-Jacques wins the tournament in a good way. Okay, so has that been fun? Reach out to Amanda, get registered, make it happen, and let us dance in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Oh yes, oh, it's nice and freaking raining here. And here's the thing, let's all get together and just manifest some sun. Is there certain to document the case studies? Yes, we're going to provide you with a spreadsheet where you have the reality scene, pre-reality scene, all of that stuff filled in very easily, the names, the date, all of that stuff. I'm here to help you. I'm going to be spending a lot of time, my free time, honing your craft, honing your skills, because there's a small group of us and I want to help change the world with this. I want people to be able to be exposed. My vision is that this transformation work gets to as many people as possible, and they learn the new science of being able to transform your perceptions and how perceptions actually matter in your stories. So that's the impact that I would love to make on planet Earth, and I want to help you make as big of an impact and big of a splash as you possibly can. So yay to being in Australia. Rita, I love you, Rita. I can't wait to meet you, and I know that you will make a phenomenal facilitator. You've made a huge transformation already. I've been watching you. I got my eye on you, girl. And yeah, when we come to Down Under in the fall, well, that would be your spring, right? In our autumn, I look forward to seeing you. So what is the length of time for the program? It's 3 days. It's from the April 22nd to the 24th. Human consciousness is about to level up. Do we end up cute matching jackets? D, yes, absolutely. It'll be good. No, you have a nice little photo shoot. You look beautiful before and after. And get started in working with other people. Friends, start with your friends right now. Start documenting these cases, and every resistance you have, everywhere you have problems, take notes, because you expect to fall on your face 100 times. I've done it many, many times. Failure is requirement in this process. Even from my perspective, I know that 1 year from now, I'm going to be able to look back and go, okay, what worked and what didn't, and we're going to refine it. So we totally appreciate in advance your patience and your impatience on this journey. So time limit to do the 30 studies. You have a year. You have 1 year. But I think you'd be wise to get started. You'd be wise to get started as soon as possible. So it's all with 12 months. So without further ado, are there any other questions? Hopefully that was useful for you guys. Amanda, do you have anything else? Any other things? Do the cases have to be done for April? No, they don't have to be done for April, but you have 12 months after April to complete the certification before you are ready to take on clients officially and get paid for it. So if you would love to get done as soon as possible by April, you have time. I know George has been already doing it. I know Eileena's had clients and has been documenting it. And so, so yeah, I would love to make sure you guys, you know, get everything all set up. Look at the breakthrough experience, definitely. This will level you up. There are nuances. Breakthrough, the DiMartini method is long and it is cumbersome, but there are things that you can pull out of it when you're doing a facilitation to help you get to that sweet spot. So I know Alex from Barcelona this weekend at this moment, actually he just finished today his breakthrough experience. So he's been, after his overview experience in Barcelona in December, he was like, all right, what do I need to do? We're like, well, you're gonna have to do a breakthrough and learn from John as well to become leveling up. And so he was like, okay, I'm ready. And so he booked and he's in London right now doing the breakthrough experience. And then next week in Barcelona, we're gonna be working together with the overview experience. So once again, message Amanda if you'd like to do your one-on-one and get the 2-for-1 discount. That will be happening within a 24-hour period if you sign up and get registered for the overview experience facilitator program. And yeah, here we go. All right, so signing off from Vancouver, British Columbia. Wicked, 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 wow.